Welcome back to Royal Car Update, the home of legendary revivals, futuristic design, and everything that moves the auto world forward. Today, we're diving deep into a car that doesn't just make a return, it redefines what a comeback means. The 2025 Chevrolet 490 is here, and it's unlike anything you expected, yet exactly what we needed. A name pulled from the archives of automotive history, reinvented with cutting-edge technology, clean design, and a purpose rooted in 100 years of American motoring heritage. This isn't just a car, this is Chevrolet rewriting its own history in electric ink. The original Chevrolet 490 rolled out in 1915 to take on the Ford Model T, offering more refinement, better materials, and an entry price that gave working-class families access to their first real taste of freedom behind the wheel. It stood for something powerful: progress. Now, in 2025, that spirit of accessibility and innovation is back, wrapped in a fully electric package that's equal parts minimalism, utility, and vision. When you first lay eyes on it, the new 490 doesn't shout. It nods, quietly, respectfully, at its century-old forebear, while pushing forward with sleek, modern proportions, a refreshed silhouette, and a presence that somehow feels both classic and futuristic. From the front, the squared fascia is clean, featuring sharp LED lighting in a unique horizontal pattern that stretches wide across the grille-less nose. The Chevrolet badge is backlit, floating within a glass-like panel that's both aerodynamic and artistically restrained. But there's something else here, something emotional. It's in the proportions, in the restrained curves, in the way it avoids the overdone aggressiveness of so many modern EVs. The 490 isn't trying to look fast. It's trying to look right. You'll notice short overhangs, generous glass, and wheels pushed out to the corners, creating a wide, planted stance and a comfortable, spacious interior. Speaking of the interior, this is where the 490 really begins to distinguish itself. Step inside, and you're greeted by a cabin that balances digital innovation with analog sensibility. The centerpiece is a sweeping 16-inch curved OLED display that seamlessly blends the digital gauge cluster and infotainment system into one intuitive, immersive interface. But unlike some sterile, tech-heavy cabins, Chevy's designers infused the 490's interior with warmth. Natural recycled fibers line the dash. The seats are wrapped in vegan-friendly leather with contrast stitching inspired by early 20th century upholstery. Subtle nods to the original 490's dashboard layout can be found in the trim and dial placements, while ambient lighting softly illuminates the cabin in customizable tones. The steering wheel itself is a work of art, a reinterpretation of the classic four-spoke design, now sculpted for ergonomic grip and embedded with haptic controls that give just enough feedback without distracting from the drive. There's a real focus here on minimizing distractions, creating a sense of calm and control for the driver. And thanks to Chevrolet's advanced voice assistant, nearly every function, from climate to navigation to entertainment, can be controlled without ever taking your hands off the wheel or your eyes off the road. But let's talk performance, because this is where the 2025 490 really takes its legacy into overdrive. Built on GM's Ultium electric vehicle architecture, the base model is rear-wheel drive, delivering 280 horsepower and 330 pound-feet of instant torque. Step up to the dual-motor all-wheel drive variant, and you're looking at 395 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque, enough to launch the 490 from 0 to 60 in just 4.8 seconds. It's quiet, responsive, and thrilling without ever feeling out of control. The torque delivery is immediate, and the low center of gravity, thanks to the underfloor battery pack, gives this EV a surprisingly agile feel, whether you're carving through corners or cruising down the highway. Range anxiety? Not here. The 2025 Chevrolet 490 offers up to 320 miles on a full charge, thanks to a 95 kWh battery pack and highly efficient power management. Charging is just as impressive. With support for 800 volts ultra-fast charging, you can recoup 100 miles of range in just 10 minutes. It also supports vehicle-to-load V2L and vehicle-to-home V2H charging, meaning your 490 isn't just a car, it's a mobile energy hub. Power a campsite, keep your home lights on during a blackout, or help a stranded neighbor get back on the road. The 490 is capable, prepared, and generous. Now, let's talk features. Every trim level comes loaded with Chevrolet's Safety Shield suite, which includes automatic emergency braking, adaptive cruise control, blind spot detection, and pedestrian alert systems. But what truly makes the 490 special is the next-generation Super Cruise, GM's semi-autonomous hands-free driving system. It works on over 750,000 miles of mapped highways across North America and delivers a surprisingly human-like, confident driving experience. And thanks to new AI-based sensors, it learns your preferences and adjusts accordingly, from lane positioning to acceleration response. Sound insulation in the 490 is on par with luxury brands, cabin noise is nearly eliminated, replaced only by a subtle EV whir and your chosen playlist, delivered through a 14-speaker Bose surround system specifically tuned for electric acoustics. Even the HVAC system is whisper quiet, intelligently distributing airflow based on occupancy and sunlight exposure. Comfort is king here, and every passenger, front and back, gets a personalized experience with independent climate zones, charging ports, and even seat massage functions on higher trims. Now let's talk pricing. Chevrolet has taken its legacy of affordability seriously. The base 490 starts just under $35,000 before incentives, making it one of the most competitively priced EVs in its class. Even fully loaded, the top trim all-wheel drive variant with every premium option selected hovers below $48,000, putting it within reach for professionals, families, and first-time EV buyers who don't want to compromise on performance or design. But beyond the features and numbers, the 2025 Chevrolet 490 evokes something deeper, a sense of identity. This isn't just a commuter. It's not just an electric car. It's a new chapter in a story that began over a century ago. It's for people who believe that innovation doesn't have to mean alienation. That history can inspire, not limit. That progress is strongest when it's built on something real. In a market dominated by high-tech experiments and expensive statements, the 490 dares to be meaningful, accessible, and beautiful. As the sun sets on the age of gas-powered dominance, cars like the 490 light the way forward, not with flashy gimmicks, but with purpose, precision, and presence. The 2025 Chevrolet 490 is more than a car. It's a symbol of what's possible when legacy meets vision. And we, at Royal Car Update, believe it's one of the most important vehicles of the decade. Thanks for staying with us. If you believe the future of driving should have a soul, like the 490 does, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We've got more icons reborn, innovations unwrapped, and first looks at tomorrow's classics. Until next time, keep your wheels turning and your mind open. This is Royal Car Update, signing off.